Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Batman and the Outsiders, issue number 6. I'm going to tell you 5 things about this comic book after I give credit where credit's due. Let's get started. We got Brian Edward Hill doing the writing, Dexter Soy doing the art, Veronica Gandini doing colors, Clayton Cowles on letters, Tyler Kirkham and Arif Prianto on the cover, and Michael Janin doing the variant cover. Batman was created by Bill Finger, hell with Bob Kane. This issue is called Lesser Gods, the finale of this arc. I think it's funny that they keep on saying in all the Batman books this week, the events of this book happened after Batman issue number 77. I don't really think anybody gives a rat's ass about that, man. Just the bulk of people. I'm sure, I know there's still some followers, but hell, everybody's got followers to this day. Some are wearing red hats. A lot of them are starting to realize that they were wrong. Anyway, I'm just going to get into number 1 in this book, and that is the 1%. 1% of what? I'm talking about the 1% of people who actually trust Batman in this book. Yeah, dude, nobody trusts Batman in this book. And I'm down with that. Because you think about this character, bruh, why would anybody trust Batman, right? So the idea that everybody, and I'm not just talking about Black Lightning, everybody in this book is just like, yeah, no. And you know who's helping to, who's the biggest proponent of showing Batman's got no trust and trying to see through lies? Well, that's number 2 in this book. That's Ra's al Ghul. And he has never been as real as in this book. Remember when Scott Snyder went and did that one thing where he showed that Ra's al Ghul, Batman only met Ra's al Ghul 3 times in his entire life. Yeah, he hasn't done a lot with that story, right? There's a whole bunch of stories that Scott Snyder has to go back and start writing, right? Because he just kind of left them. We're still waiting for the 3 Jokers, but for good reason. For good reason. In the meantime, I'm waiting for this Ra's al Ghul story. What are the 3 times that we met him? Can I make a suggestion? Can this be one of those times? Because, between the chess game, and the chess game is effing awesome, by the way, the chess game, Lady Shiva, Ishmael, all in this book, I am down with this version of Ra's, who doesn't just show up and he's like, hey, I'm the demon. Shut up, man. Nobody cares. Nobody cares because you suck. But in this book, nah, man. This is awesome. This is like Shadow the Bat. This is one of those stories where I'm just looking at this. I'm like, now this is the Ra's al Ghul I can get behind. Or get behind somebody else who maybe he won't shoot through to get to me because, damn, like this is a scary cat. Anyway, let's talk about number 3 on this book. And that is, there's going to be a lot of people upset that Cass got bum-rushed in this book, but look, as a former martial artist, you never technically forget your skills, but your body does forget how to move the way that it used to. But the point is, 2 moves are going to really take a martial artist off of their game. One is the sucker punch, the other one is the bum rush, who is basically the next door neighbor of the sucker punch. In fact, it's almost like it's the left nut of the right nut sucker punch. Dude, you want to take somebody down and you're just like, dude, I don't know what to do with this cat. I have no idea. I've seen him do some crazy moves. He's like bench pressing 1,000,000 pounds, whatever. Bum rush him. I'm being as real as I can. Bum rush the cat, because almost nobody, even if you're trained, the way that you're coming in, the angle, the trajectory, the velocity, nobody knows what to do when you mean bum rushed. You gotta hope that whatever one move that you get half a chance to do is actually going to save your life. If not, you just got your ass beat and taken down to the ground. You're about to get pounded. Anyway, if anything's going to take down Cass, I'm good with it being a bum rush. I'm going to let that one slide. Let's talk about number 4 on this list, and that is Karma. No, not the good kind, the bad kind. I'm talking about the criminal-minded one with the mask that like can read what people are thinking. Most people fell into Brian Hill once they realized that run, that small arc, which was just one arc for Detective Comics, where he introduced the character, the villain, Karma. They're like, damn, this is a hell of a character. Now, I personally knew about Mr. Hill a long time ago, but enough to toot my own horn, toot toot. That's the book, and that's the character where people are just like, damn. This is a dude who really gets Batman and really has great ideas for a story. Yeah, for a guy who does like 1 billion different job descriptions, it's great to see that he could stop and just write a great story. Speaking of which, number 5 on this list, this is basically the life and times of Duke Thomas. Duke is an awesome character that people have just taken to, And the idea that we're getting a story where it looks like we're supposed to be focusing on Black Lightning, Notice that cat didn't even appear in this book, right? Katana didn't even appear in this book. For the most part, they were no-shows, right? But although we're getting something from all of the characters, I feel that we're getting the most out of Duke, especially in this issue. And especially what I think that we're about to start reading in the next arc. Duke is really being moved into something new. Remember the Signal book that just came out? There's 3 issues. Yeah, pay close attention to that one. I think that we're going to see a whole lot more of what happened there. I love the idea that we're actually getting a great Duke story in a team book. What better way to build a character, right? Because how is a man best known? By the people he keeps company with. And by man, I mean human. That applies to everybody. Anyway, guys, this is a phenomenal book. And I'm saddened that it's not getting enough attention. So just saying, spread the word, because even great books like this can be canceled. Let's try to not let that happen. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.